All right, welcome to The Perfect Crime with your host, Michael Cavallo.
And Paul.
Paul Hudacek. Okay.
Just Paul.
Just Paul. We're just doing Paul. No last name given. All right. So,
how's it going this week?
It's going good. It's going nice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying my time.
It's summer.
Enjoying the summer.
It's going to start cooling down soon.
It's getting close. But hey, let's, I want to talk to you about something.
Okay.
I'm
very open. I'm all ears.
You left something here last time we were recording, and I wanted to.
Okay.
They're just.
What? Just my notebook. You found it.
I found your notebook.
My notes.
I found some notes.
Okay.
And I just wanted to ask you a couple.
Well,
a couple things.
I probably didn't write down all of those things.
These are not. These are just like tidbits. These are
okay. And
I'm just curious. Like, for example, right at the top here, you say, roll up all the rugs into a ball. And I'm curious what that entails.
Oh, okay. So, you know what? I could explain that one pretty easy. What I was thinking about is if you could rob a rug store, and how you might do it is you take all the rugs, roll them up into a giant ball, and then you can roll that ball out of the store and knock over anybody coming and trying.
I don't think you're gonna get them. Those rugs are really heavy, and I think after a certain point, I don't think you're gonna be able to get through the door. But it's fine.
Maybe you could knock out the wall with it.
But you'd have to have a lot of velocity to get it through a door.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just curious.
What? So you took my notebook.
You left your notebook.
Now you're gonna.
I was curious.
See what else is in there. Remember, my job is about genius. Okay.
Yes.
And it doesn't always come together until the very end. There's lots of sprinkle that needs to come in.
Okay, a lot of sprinkles. Can you add some sprinkles to actually lifting a shop?
Yes, I had this great idea because they always call it shoplifting, you know. So what about if we got a crane and you just would take a whole shop and you could lift it up and everything on the walls you just take. The floor would be the same, it would stay there, but the walls would all come up and then you'd get everything that was on the wall from your shoplifting.
See, I feel like you got this idea because you saw one of those trailers that it has like a whole ass home on the back.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think shops work the same as homes. I think if you tried to lift a shop, everything, the bricks or the cement holding it together would just crumble and you would get nothing.
Well, you could get some free bricks, sounds like.
I think they'd be broken bricks.
Okay. So maybe you can actually lift a shop.
I don't think you could lift a shop, but I appreciate the attempt. Okay. This one doesn't sound too bad. Fake construction inspectors.
Yeah. So the idea here would be... Okay, I'm trying to think of how to explain this in a way that's not going to make you freak the fuck out and get...
See, I feel like I have an idea of what it could be, but I'm worried that you're going to make it like an insane thing.
All that I was thinking of was that we could get some free construction supplies and supplies and things by going in and saying, we're the inspectors, we're going to check out what's going on, and all the wood in here and all the metal over here and this thing, that stuff's not quite up to code, so can you please take it and bring it somewhere else for me? And then you get them.
So we're being fake construction inspectors, and we're going in and we're just stealing like wood and like supplies,
different logs, and
why not
screws,
just like pretend
nails,
to be like
bolts,
the guys who give like the estimates or whatever, you know, they look through the house and then they pay us, but we're not actually the real guys, and then they just pay us like $300 and we just like walk out.
Oh, that's better. Okay,
that's better.
But see how that was already. That's my idea, not your idea.
Well, your idea, you had a general. Okay, that's fine.
Very stressed out that you're reading my notes today.
Look, I'm just curious.
Okay.
One of these is even scratched out.
Yeah, don't worry about scratched out notes, please. Just...
What's that say? Is that a secret heater in a freezer?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let me tell you about...
if you're going to scratch stuff out, you need to get better at scratching things out.
Well,
this is still quite legible.
The reason I scratched it out is because I have an actual full. I completed that one.
Okay. Well, then we can talk about it at a different time. I don't want to blow the episode.
Okay. All right. Then keep reading from my
notebook. It sounds insane. I don't know how you would make any money, but I'm excited. That's a quick tease.
That's a great one.
That's an accidental tease. Okay. There's some. Okay. What's up with the Gordon Ramsay throws away with a lot of food is written here.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that because he always, every time the things are a little bit burnt or like a little bit not cooked perfectly, you know, in his kitchen, fuck you, throw it in the bin, get rid of it. So I thought that we could open like Gordon Ramsay store or something right next to the Gordon Ramsay store, and then we'll just go into the back and get all his the things that they threw out, and we'll take them out of the garbage and make our own plates out of it. And we could serve a whole dinner service there.
From the trash. From Gordon Ramsay's trash.
Yes.
But we're not even really trying to hide that it's not our food. That it's straight up Gordon Ramsay's throwing out food.
Well, I think it's that because you could spend, what, $100,000?
You think people are going to spend $100,000 on trash?
No. That's what they would end up spending if they went to the restaurant. We sell ours for like $10.
Hell's Kitchen isn't that expensive, but I don't know. Look, I don't want to sell people garbage.
Quarter price for his
I have a lot of respect for Gordon Ramsay, and I if he says it's good, not good enough to serve, then I'm not serving it to anybody.
Well, what about if we did like a bulk deal? So like, oh, you went over there and you only got 3 scallops on your appetizer, and you're still hungry. Come on over here, I'll give you 12. They'll just be a little.
See, but if you ever watch Kitchen Nightmare, you got to realize that the portion control, like that's what keeps people coming back. Because if they take leftovers, they're not coming back the next day. You got to think about these things.
Okay. Well, I think it would be great.
That's just if you only get 3 great scallops, you want to go back for more great scallops.
Okay. Then we give them 3 pretty good scallops for half price.
Let's see. I don't think
Gordon Ramsay.
Because wouldn't we have to at least pretend when we're like setting up shop that we're making our own food?
Yeah, we could call it. It'd be branded like the people who they save the environment by going into dumpsters getting that food, like those guys.
It's like urban foraging or whatever.
Yeah, so we're gonna help Gordon Ramsay like not throw away so much. We're eco. Okay. We could call it Gordon Ramsay Eco.
Yeah. Gordon Ramsay Eco. I think there's still a lot of copyright problems there.
Gordon Ramsay Eco.
Right next to a Gordon Ramsay shop, we're gonna be found out. Look, I just don't think this idea has a lot of legs.
Okay, all right, fine. Okay.
This is a little bit personal. I'm not sure if I should read this, but there's a little on the side. It says a poem for Mike. Do you mind if I read this? It says, "You're the boss. No one is better, BETTA, than you. I love you so much, Paul."
That was so that you would maybe when you finally listen to one of my pieces of genius.
Okay, so you didn't leave this for me to find.
It's there for when you decide to take one of my ideas. Okay. You get that poem. Okay, I was just going to come up with other ways to persuade you,
but I have any questions about the rhyme scheme. So you said beta, BETTA, like you might set up something else, like another
feta
line.
Cheese,
something along those lines.
Letta me go,
something. But I'm just saying the beta implies that you're going to rhyme with beta, and then you don't. And I appreciate the gesture, but
But you're hating on my love poem now.
A little bit.
Okay, whatever. Keep it going.
Also, you're the boss. No one is better than you. I love you so. And it's just
here. I'm gonna write a new poem for you. Fuck you, Mike.
Okay. I
love you, Paul.
I like that. There's no implied rhyme scheme that you abandon halfway through. Look, I love you too.
Okay.
You're a good buddy of mine, and I appreciate the poem. But you could work on your rhyme scheme a little bit.
All right, move it along. What else are you going to talk about here today?
What else? Okay, there's some... Okay. Fill gas station cups with snacks?
Oh, that is genius. I do love that one. Here's what I was thinking you could do. So, like, you could get those giant soda drinks.
Yeah, like the 32 ounces.
Yeah, for like $1 or whatever. So you fill one of them up with pop, and then the other one, you stuff cookies and crackers and chips and things, like anything that you want to eat for a snack. You stuff it all into the cup, and then you only have to pay $1 for it.
Okay, I think these gas station attendants are a bit more...
You could fit hot dogs, hamburgers, pizza, all kinds of things.
I don't want to just throw like a dry hot dog, fucking cup. But also, like... I think you're thinking you're going to be so sneaky. You got the cup. But you're still going to be like going through the aisles just filling this up with snacks.
Well, you do it on the down low. Right?
But there's the cup station. There's the fountain drink station.
You get your 2 cups. Okay, so you get 2 cups. One of them you fill with pop. The other one you go and let it drip over to the side of it. So you turn it on for as long as it should be on, but it just drips to the side. Then you put the lid on it. And then you hold the 2 cups and you walk around and like, oh, look at these chips and then drop it right in. Sneaky as hell.
You just somehow magically dropping chips.
Yeah.
Because one hand's already full of like a heavy...
Well, maybe... Yeah, but you set that down.
You set it down.
Right, to look at the chips, and then, interesting. Cut a hole in the bottom of it, let it all slide out.
Oh, so you're slashing chip bags.
Yeah, like you got your open cup, and you hold the chips above it, looking at it.
I don't know. And
what's going on there?
One major thing you haven't considered.
What?
You got to put down the cups to pay. And one will obviously have drink in it because it'll be like full. You could maybe see the liquid in it. It'll be nice and condensated, kind of like that wetness on the outside. And one will just be like, there'll be 2 different weights when you put them down. There'll be 2 different sounds. One will be like a dunk. One will be like a dink. And you can look and you can see one that's clearly just filled with random treats.
Okay.
And it's like, what's going on with this?
Well, okay. Yeah, maybe I did underestimate how much gas station employees are looking at what you're buying.
I know I would look.
Okay, I will keep thinking about it. Maybe if you put the food in and then you put pop around the outside.
Yeah.
Like you put pop in it at the end to make it look poppy.
Well, then your snacks are just drenched in pop, aren't they, Paul?
Well,
just ruined. I want like a chocolate chip cookie covered in fucking Dr. Pepper. Think before you speak.
It's only $1.
I'd rather pay $10 than have a $1 cookie drenched
okay.
in whatever my pop of choice is.
But if you kept it in the package, then it would be okay.
I don't know. That seems suspect.
Okay. All right. Move on.
All right. Sorry. Look. Okay. I'm moving on. Puppet distraction. What's that all about?
Oh, I was thinking about, so if you're sitting on a table, like with some people you want to rob, okay, and you're sitting across from them, and you're trying to sort of sneak and get your dollar out of their pockets or whatever. But every time it's like, they keep looking. And I can't get to do my sneaky maneuver that I need to. Come up from the other side of the table. And, hello, I'm Puppet Paul. And you start like doing a puppet show on the other side of the table with one hand. Mm-hmm. And then with the other hand, then you could do all the sneaking, grabbing different briefcases or whatever you want from under the table.
Can I ask you real quick how long your arms are? If you're planning on doing from one side of the whole other table. Hello.
Yes.
Puppet Paul here.
It could be a long puppet.
Now, I got a pretty long reach, but even I'm not that talented to slip a wallet out of someone's pocket while I'm stretching. While I'm also throwing my voice to do a puppet show. Otherwise, it's going to be thrown off because you're just going to be like, oh, I'm Puppet Paul. I'm right by your pocket stealing your shit. You know?
Okay. Yes. Sorry, I was just thinking.
Now, you could hire a puppeteer.
Of inventive ways to cause good distractions.
Because also, people know like a puppet when they see one. It's not going to be like, oh, who's this little fella who's just floating by the table side. Now, if you wanted to hire a puppeteer and then you You do a little puppet show for all the people at the table while you're just you separately going around going into jacket pockets. Now that's an idea.
Okay, that could work better. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Apartments in the back of Walmart.
Oh yes, I had a good idea the other day. So you know what has like what's the biggest spot in the world? Walmart's, right?
They're pretty big.
They're massive. Thousands of miles, square feet.
I don't know if they're that big, but yeah.
And what you could do is you could work with a Walmart employee, or you could become a Walmart employee, and then you could put a couple of walls up in the back area, and you could rent it out. Retail environment. You're really close to anything you need right in the Walmart, and you just live in the back. Great big parking lot. Can have all your friends over. No problem. You got access to lots of snacks, delicious things that you might want. If you want to do a little repair work or install a new light fixture, yes, you're welcome to. Why don't you just get the supplies here?
How exactly are we getting the people in the Walmart? Like, is this a joint deal with the Walmart Corporation, or are we just sneaking
No. It's just like we work with one person who works at that.
Oh, so we got an inside man.
And then once he builds the walls to the end of it, right? Nobody will know where these apartments are except for the people who live in them.
Yeah, but
it'll just look like the end of the room.
There's like cameras in the Walmart. And there's like some people if you just go in the back of like the storage area and all of a sudden there's like a new wall up in your day.
Yeah.
We could say, where the hell did this wall come from?
Something bad happened in the other area there, and Walmart said, shut her down. Somebody died.
Maybe we could get it if we got, like, the boss of that particular Walmart employee, but if it's just, like, some guy.
Okay, so the boss, what do you think? It's a great little deal.
Tough sell.
Maybe $100 a month rent?
That's too cheap.
$112
for all the amenities they're getting?
Well, they don't have bathrooms.
Okay. Call it an even 400.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Okay.
Let's see. There's this one seems interesting. Game of Thrones LARP, live action role play. For anyone who doesn't know, but everyone just gives us free labor.
Yes. So here's the game. It's like, hey, welcome to the Game of Thrones, and everybody comes in and they're thinking, oh, I'm gonna be Mr. Lannister. I'm gonna be the king or the queen of the town. And then I say, listen, everybody, you're on the most realistic LARP of all time. And you know what they all did? Everybody was a peasant. Sorry, peasant. One person gets to be the king. And then you have like 50 people there, and the 49 of them just have to help continue to build your Game of Thrones LARP world. And so you never have to pay for it, because most of them, you just work them all weekend.
So basically we're building like a Renaissance festival.
Yes, by using paid guests.
So they pay us to LARP and build a small town.
Yeah, because most of the people in that time period were not kings or queens. They were peasants.
So we say, come dress up.
Game of Thrones.
But you don't get to be a king.
Once they get there, we tell them, nope.
That's going to be a tough sell.
Are you 1%er right now in the world? I asked them that.
So people have to like come with their like bank info to see like, all right, what's their social status?
Well, it's just an example, you know. Everybody's social status back then, only one of you guys would have been even close to royalty. Everybody else, all you, would have been fucking working. So get to work.
Okay, it could work.
Free. We get a whole castle built for free.
You want to build like a real actual castle?
Maybe they could start working on the castle.
That's a whole other like issue with the city. We have to like zone this whole place out and like get permits and stuff. And then because then we're
the permit excuse. This is always the excuse from you every time. I come up with a wonderful idea, and then you're just concerned with the government.
I'm just trying to keep you out of jail. I'm just trying to keep you out of jail.
Blah blah blah.
Because the thing is, you can't just like make a place. Like you can have own a building and then have something secret in the back. You know, you can have the front. a bakery shop. That's the front, but in the back we run gambling. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But you can't just like build a castle, especially in Minneapolis, and just be like, "It's just a castle. I built it."
Shakopee.
Anywhere in the United States, you cannot get away with just building a castle.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Like, I don't even think the Renaissance Fair in Minnesota, I've only been there a few times. I don't even know what they got in terms of castle-wise.
I think that if the castle just got built and then you were coming in one day, you're looking at it, you say, oh, this is a nice field. And then a year later, you come in and you look and you say, oh my gosh, there's a big, beautiful castle right there. You're not going to worry about the permits.
I think I'd say, whose castle is that? And I don't know if I'm the type of person exactly who'd call the city and be like, so there's a castle. Or also there's going to be lots of construction to build a real castle. You're going to be bothering neighbors.
Well, maybe we can get the castle first, complain. And then the LARPers who are doing all the work for us can just make gardens.
And it's also to what point? Just to build another old city, medieval type city? To what end is this for?
Okay. All right. Move it along. I hear you. Whatever.
Okay.
All right. Get to the next.
I think we might be getting low on time, so I'm just gonna this one I've been looking at, but I've been holding off because I'm curious about it. Cigarette time box.
Okay. This is real non-crime idea.
Okay.
I think it's very smart. It's like what you do is people buy cigarettes. And then they want to quit smoking, right? But I don't want to quit smoking right away. I don't want to go cold turkey. I really wish that I could just go 1 hour a day in between having each of my smokes. So you take your cigarettes, you put them in this electronics like lockboxy thing that I invent, and it has a timer. 1 hour. And then at 1 hour, ching, a cigarette pops out. Next day, 1 hour, 1 minute. Ching, ching, keeps coming out. And you just keep going up and up and up and up and up. All of a sudden, you're only having 1 cigarette a year.
A year? Okay.
Yeah. It would be perfect for people trying to quit smoking. 1 extra minute a day, you're not even going to notice. I mean, maybe you will a tiny bit, but it's all locked up in those QB cages things so that they couldn't even get into it.
Okay, that could work. But just as a business idea, not as a crime idea.
I think that's like the Robin Hood thing. So
you're so obsessed with this Robin Hood thing. You think everything you do is a Robin Hood thing.
I think that I'm giving back to the community by coming up with creative...
And I don't think we need to go back on the things you said are Robin Hood type things that clearly just been awful for the community.
Okay. This is perfection. And so many of the ideas I've come up with are so great, and they would help people. And look at, you ignored a great one here.
Make labels in French.
Make labels in French. All we do is we go into the store, we get the regular items, different soaps, shampoo, foods, items, products. Yeah. And then we just take them back, and we just change all the labels to French, put them in, sell it for more.
But already do that. Like Tresemme and L'Oreal. They're already French.
Well, what about if we did French games or something? This is French Jenga.
So you just think that people just want to buy French stuff?
I think if you switch the label to French, that you will get more money.
Jenga to Jenga.
Yeah, you can get an extra $1.
Head and shoulders.
Yes. Head and shoulder.
All right. I don't think that's going to work.
Le head et le shoulder.
Le shoulder.
Okay.
Okay, fine. If you want to go through every single one of these, since there's only 3 left that I haven't talked about, can you explain office rearranging at lunch?
Yes. Another real service idea that I thought of. You're at work, and every day my desk is in the worst corner of the office. I'm not looking at the boss, or I'm not getting the points I want, or there's a cutie over there that I want to meet, but I can never see her because I'm in this corner, or he's in that corner or something. Okay? What we do is a lunchtime service. When everybody goes out to lunch, we run in there, and we rearrange the whole office. Just all over, we change it. And then when everybody gets back, what is this? But now, whoever our client is, is perfectly positioned wherever they want to be.
Okay.
And nobody's going to rearrange it, because who would do that?
That's probably true. But, like, how much can we rearrange a whole office? Like, are you just talking about, like, changing nameplates on the cubicles? Moving...
Yeah, and the stuff on it and the different,
Because that would be a lot easier to change if the boss is like, I don't know what he's doing. If he's like, this is the way I want it. Or if he'd be like, why the fuck is this like this?
I don't think he would care. He wouldn't notice.
Okay. And again, how much money do we charge for rearranging nameplates on cubicles?
Hundreds. Yeah.
How many hundreds?
3.
300s of dollars?
Yeah.
That's too much.
Come on. If you have to go in day in, day out, look at the wrong thing.
You'll have to be closer to the boss or some girl.
If you had to deal with it every single day, you would be so demoralized.
Okay, if I was in the, like... If I was, you know what, you're right. If I was close to, like
the
like
worst,
a morning person.
Yeah, bad breath, or
they
ate smelly food all the time.
Yeah.
And you could just get your freedom, $300, and you're free.
But what's stopping you from just, like, trading with, like, a person? No, you're right. No, because no one else is going to want your spot.
You want the anonymousness.
This might work.
Okay, great.
All right. Selling weed and cat toys?
What does weed look like?
Like green little bits.
What does catnip look like?
I don't have cats. Does it look the same like weed?
Green little bits. Okay. Just like weed. Looks just like weed. So easy peasy. We have a little cute old lady selling cat toys, to her customers. And we tell her, yes, you could keep some product, whatever. And that's how we move our product.
Okay, I actually like that.
She doesn't even need to know that it's not the right.
No, because we're going to need... Because people are going to be coming in to take care of their pets.
Okay.
And I think we have maybe a nice older woman on the inside who knows, like, the code word, Like, I've got, like...
If they say orange tabby or something? I got,
like, an orange tabby she knows.
Switches for the weed weed toy?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Something like that. I think that works. All right, and the last one... Well, I'm not going to talk about this one. We already talked about that one. Shop Vac okay, I think I know it. You're just going to break all the glass and shop vac all the jewelry?
Well, I think that would be great. This is why they're kind of weird, because I still have to write the rest of the crimes around all these things. These are just little nuggets, little tasty
crime
little
nuggies.
morsels. Yeah, and so one way that would be so cool to get all your jewelry that you're stealing, come in, smash and grab, but instead of having to grab and pick up each piece, fumbling around, trying to get it into different garbage bags.
Shop Vac.
Yeah, get it in the shop vac.
I don't hate the idea. Now, one problem. Mm-hmm. Shop vacs are pretty big and cumbersome. Mm-hmm. You're not going to make a great getaway with a shop vac. I think that's a great way.
What if you do it with the shop vac? So you do your robbery, you come in, shop it all up, right? And then you put the shop vac. You just leave it in the jewelry store in the back with the other.
People are gonna know you stole the stuff at the shop vac, and then they're not just be like, "Oh, what's the shop vac doing here?"
Okay,
you're gonna take all the jewelry and then just leave it in the jewelry store.
Come back tomorrow.
No.
That was the biggest eye roll I think I've ever seen.
Come back tomorrow. Return to the scene of the crime. Rookie mistake. Come on, man. You're better than that. What are you doing? Leave it in the store. Come back tomorrow.
You could just humble shop vac just sitting there. What is it doing?
Humble shop vac? They saw you rob the store with a shop vac. Are you saying we go in, we take their shop vac from their supply closet?
If they have one, that would be perfect.
But then we're leaving their shop vac with them that we just... So we're like, give me the stuff. Okay, here's your shop vac, sir. I'll be back tomorrow for that. Please don't lose it.
No, you're dramatizing. Okay.
I don't think I am, Paul.
Here's how we do it.
I don't think I'm dramatizing one bit.
Everybody, get down. Get on the floor, right?
And so you're making a gun motion with your hand. We got people on the ground.
So you come in, you
Where's your shop vac?
Get into the back. Get in the back. Okay. And everybody goes into the back. Or get to this side, look at the wall. Mm-hmm. One person watches, make sure.
No one be a hero.
Right. And then I go get the Shop Vac, smash, suck it all up, and then I just put it back, and then I say, okay, everybody can turn around. And then I
But have you ever heard a Shop Vac? They're so loud. They'll know that you just, they think you just you held them at gunpoint, made them turn around, and just clean their carpet? Is that what they're gonna think?
Okay, I'll fix it. I'm gonna fix this live until you like it. That's my goal right now. I will fix this. Earplugs in each person, or noise-canceling headphones that play different music. We could play nice tunes for them while we do it.
Noise canceling doesn't mean you go deaf. Also, they're going to be expensive. How many people are going to be at the store? We're going to buy 20 noise canceling headphones?
Okay, earplugs.
Earplugs. Come on. They protect your ears from the big sounds, but they don't drown out all sounds.
Okay, I have one more.
I'd rather just run off with the Shop Vac.
No, I have a better amendment, okay?
Okay.
What we do is we bring in a different Shop Vac. And then, we'll bring it in, and then we'll run it, and we'll switch it. And then we'll still leave the jewelry in the new Shop Vac, and we'll take the empty one out with us.
Why would you take the empty one? If we're going through all the trouble of bringing a Shop Vac and taking it back with us, why would we take the empty? What are you talking about?
To negate suspiciousness. Or we could play different. We could get a bunch of different vacuums, and we could bring in lots of different vacuum cleaners. Run them all at the same time, and then they won't know.
Well, no, this is just insanity. Why do we need 20 vacuum cleaners?
To different sounds, so they don't know what's going on.
But no.
And then we'll take all those out, but we'll leave the Shop Vac
with all the jewelry.
Why
do you want to leave the jewelry so bad? Can you just explain that to me?
Because it's pretty, it'd be so cool.
How would it be cool?
I robbed from a jewelry store by not even robbing it. You know what I mean? I didn't even.
So you don't actually want the jewelry?
I want it a day later because it's just so much sexier.
I don't think it is.
Then if I'm running out of there with a Shop Vac, that's not pretty. That doesn't get ladies.
Fine. If you don't want to run out with the Shop Vac on day one, what do you do with the Shop Vac on day two?
Walk out with the Shop Vac.
So you make a big to-do on the day one. Mm-hmm. Guns drawn.
Yep.
People on the walls.
20 vacuums going.
20 vacuums going.
Take them all. Except for the Shop Vac.
You make a clean getaway with all the other 20 vacuum cleaners.
Yep.
But you think you can just walk out and rob a jewelry store of their Shop Vac and just walk out?
What I would do is I would get another Shop Vac.
Okay, I think that's the episode. I don't think we're going to come to a conclusion on this one. Okay. I think we're just going to go back and forth all day.
All right.
So, boy, that was the perfect crime.
Thank you. I agree that it was.
You can have your notebook back.
Thank you.
And I meant that, and that's the name of the podcast, not that you had the perfect crime. Because that was a bad crime. Mm-hmm. But these are the credits at this point. If you'd like me to say that.
Thank you for not stealing my notebook. And by the way, let me just tell you one thing. If you read at the front of the notebook or the top of the notebook, it says, Paul's Secret Crime Notes. If found, please close your eyes and bring them to a stack of newspapers. Stick them in the middle of the newspapers and paint the whole stack bright yellow. Leave it on your front door, and it will be gone the next day. So that's
a whole other return crime.
Well,
that won't work.
You shouldn't have read my notes.
I was curious.
Okay.
Look, okay, this is the show. This was starring me, Micah Cavallo, my good friend Paul Hudacek.
Yep.
So hopefully we've gotten to the point in this podcast where we have a certain amount of fans. And if you are a fan, feel free to leave a comment on iTunes, maybe with a 5-star review. That'd be great.
What the fuck are you talking about right now?
I'm trying to get people invested in the podcast.
Okay.
This is the part where we try to expand our fan base. We need some 5-star reviews. We need to get better than just a few downloads on Stitcher and Spotify. We need people talking about the thing.
Fine. If you want to leave a 5-star review, just go ahead and do 1 star instead, and that'll be our secret little communication.
No. Why are you so bad at everything? We need 5 stars to make it. We need to rise in the ranks of the podcast world.
Oh my god, I'm falling asleep to you talking about this right now.
I need you. If we're partners, we need to be invested in making this a success.
All right, go ahead. Do the spiel. I
literally just did the spiel.
Engaging and interesting.
5-star review. Leave a comment. Download on Spotify. Do all the stuff. Get the word out. If you like this, tell your friends about it. And tell them that Paul's a real jackass.
Why don't you leave a comment explaining which person is better?
Okay, please do that. And then thank you for listening. Goodbye.